Greetings from parts unknown. My name is Sonny Sofrito, and today I am joined by
Kevin Wood.
And I am also joined by
the greatest general manager in Yep, I Like Wrestling history. Welcome back, Kevin.
Hello, Mr. GM, sir. How are you doing today?
I am fabulous. I've always been a fan of Wood. Hello, Sonny. How are you?
You gonna say that shit every time he's on here?
Absolute. Every time he comes here.
Jesus Christ!
You gotta always rub that wood.
Oh man, don't make me give you a disclaimer. Jesus.
Oh, I've missed you.
We
Kevin.
just started, man.
Sorry.
We're like 10 seconds in. You're already starting with your shit too.
Too much time in San Francisco.
You could do a lot
guys.
in 10 seconds, Sonny.
Oh, you
Like
know what?
ruin a country. Shout out to Donald Trump. So, gentlemen, how have you two been? Seems like forever.
It has been forever because we had a holiday last week, and we dropped the history of Yep. And if you, the listener, has not listened to our history episode last week, make sure you go back and listen to episode 28. It was a chance of me, Kervin, and Peter to sit down and kind of discuss how everything started with this brand called Yep, I Like Wrestling. So yeah, so that it was a very interesting time to reminisce, and now we're back for another episode 29.
Oh, my God. We're almost 30.
Yeah, dirty 30.
Oh,
Shit.
goodness.
Listen, you know what? Don't start.
We're almost too old to date. But anyway, we had a huge weekend in wrestling. Let's get started, gentlemen.
Yeah, actually, somebody here had a very huge weekend because
Yes.
they were a jet flying.
Limousine ride. Well, there was no limousine. Uber riding.
Jet flying, Uber riding.
Shout out to Ric Flair.
Burrito eating. No,
You were in San Francisco.
I was in San Francisco this weekend in my lovely hometown by the bay there. I got a chance to see a little show called New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh.
The G1 special at the Cow Palace.
Well.
The Palace of Cows.
Palace. The
Moo.
Palace of Cows. It was a real great show. The Palace of Cows is a tremendous venue. It doesn't necessarily mean it's good. I grew up there. I watched a lot of shows there. I went to No Way Out in 2004 with Eddie Guerrero and Brock Lesnar. It's been great.
Man.
Shout out to the Guerreros.
So that was the night that he won the championship,
It
right?
was the night he won the championship.
Wasn't that the last time anyone has beaten Brock for the
No,
belts?
that was like the last time that he got like pinned.
Yes,
legit.
it was. It seems so long ago.
Yeah.
And it's probably the last time it's going to happen.
Yeah.
He.
Oh goodness.
Gee, I steal.
Oh, that was a good time. Good times.
It's sad Eddie Guerrero's not with us.
Yes.
And it's kind of even sadder that the Cow Palace is still with us.
Oh,
shit.
Ouch.
Damn. Now, who's talking about shade now?
Yes.
I mean,
like
I
a
love San
redwood.
Francisco, and I love San Francisco landmarks, but talk about something needing a new paint job. You know that there was one merchandise stand in the entire building. Imagine 10,000 fans trying to buy T-shirts from one merchandise stand.
Oh wow.
You had
That's
concession
bad.
stands that were cash only.
Dear.
Shit, you know what? I would have came in with my flask.
Oh, this flask I've heard so much about already.
Shout out to Allison for buying me a flask
Allison.
for some Puerto Rican moonshine that I had this past week. But anyway, that's a whole nother story.
That's another podcast.
Roll Tide on that.
the drinking podcast.
Yep, I like alcoholism. That's the name of that podcast.
You know, I was telling a friend of mine today, and they were saying, "Yo, you know what? You really need an AA meeting." I'm like, "The fuck, bro? Just because I have a flask?"
Tell him no. AA is for quitters. You're no
Exactly.
quitter.
You know what the
Exactly.
name of that podcast is Yep, I Have Regrets.
So one merch stand and no
One merch
cards
stand.
at the. Oh, this is
No,
not
it
good.
was rough.
Well, how was the show? Was the show any
The show
good?
was great. The highlights, of course, are if you're a wrestling fan, get out somewhere where you can watch the Bullet Club live. They're the hottest thing going in wrestling right now,
Shout out to Cody Rhodes.
and just one of just like the best acts you could possibly see. Go see it so you can say you've seen it. It's ECW back in the day, or
There's a
whatever.
shout out right there.
NWO.
Wow.
You want to say that you saw them live at least once, and seeing the Bullet Club live is like that. The other note from this show was a match, the best match of the night. I didn't even expect it. Was this here? Oh man, I don't want to butcher this.
You talking about Hiroki Goto versus Jeff Cobb?
No. Let's just say Takahashi versus Dragon Lee. One of the best matches I've ever seen live.
Oh, yo, yeah.
So much fun, but it begs the question, is strong style too strong?
Oh, shit.
Takahashi, on a spot during that match, basically got thrown on his head, broke his neck.
Yo, no, wait. For real? He legit broke his neck?
Yes.
He showed me the video, and that could easily be a broken neck.
That if you're gonna break your neck, that's how you're gonna break.
Oh,
your neck.
damn. Yo, I'm just watching that shit. Yo, dude, how you going to have your neck go like at a 90-degree angle forward?
That was a bad spot. Yes.
It's
Last time I saw some shit like that was with my Transformer when I was transforming that shit.
Oh,
Teddy, when
goodness.
was the last time you saw some shit like that?
I can't remember.
Yo, actually,
I can't
with
remember.
Teddy, I don't even want to fucking know, bro.
I can't remember.
That could be a whole different thing. You know what? One thing I want to ask you about, dude, Haku was on this show.
Haku.
No.
I can curse on this podcast, right?
Feel free.
No fucking way.
Whip it out. I mean, let it rip.
Yo, hey, stop.
Sorry, I got those confused.
You know.
Haku is a bad motherfucker.
And he always has been, actually. Was
mean-
he really there?
That dude is the baddest man on the planet, no
Literally,
matter what.
yes.
No matter. Honestly, you know what? I would love to see like a shoot fight between him and Brock Lesnar because I think he would fuck Brock Lesnar
I
up.
think he'd kill Brock
He
Lesnar.
would kill Brock Lesnar.
So was he in a wrestling capacity, or was he managing or cornering? What was he
in a
doing?
wrestling
Cornering?
capacity.
Yeah, that's what we do when you.
It sounds like some bully shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, with
corner
Haku, you never know.
Yeah, right?
at the beginning of the show, he comes out and he was teaming with the Bullet Club. His sons, Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga, are a tag team of the Guerrillas of Destiny.
Oh,
and
wow.
they had a match at the beginning of the night, and he got a couple spots in, and you're just watching him, and you're just like, this dude's a legend, whatever.
That's that 10-man tag team match, right?
10-man tag. And at the end of the night, G.O.D. turned on the rest of the Bullet Club, and the three of them just fucking killed the rest of the Bullet Club guys. And Haku is out there. He's, what, in his 50s and stuff like that?
Nah, he's older than that, dude. 50?
Yeah,
Nah,
I would think he's
like in
older.
his 60s, bro.
He teamed with Andre the Giant, man.
He's in his 60s, man.
Yeah.
And he was kicking dude's ass, and I bought it every step of the way. Haku is a bad motherfucker. The Guerrillas of Destiny are a bad motherfucking tag team, in a good way, of course. And it was the perfect ending to that show, because New Japan is hot right now, but you need acts other than Cody and Kenny that you can tell people, hey, come watch our shows, come see our shows live.
It's a good thing to have a legend like Haku there. Now, what's the story? Did he rip someone's nose off or rip someone's eye out? Which is that?
Didn't he eat someone alive at one point?
There are so many Haku stories.
I heard he just killed somebody.
Yeah, but yeah.
With a look.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Someone's book I read, one of those wrestlers' books says that
I think he broke somebody. I think he ripped somebody's hand or finger off. Or
he
some
may
shit.
have or
Yeah,
gouged
some
someone
shit like that.
But back in the day, if you were going to fire someone and you were afraid that the wrestler was going to get a little upset at being firing, you had Haku stand nearby. Just because the guy know when you're fired, you walk away, you don't say anything. So Haku was always commissioned to just hang around nearby, just in case this wrestler gets a little beside himself. So yeah, shout out to Haku.
Shout out to Haku.
There's a name I haven't heard in a while. Wow.
Well, you should hear more about it because, like I said, G.O.D. is fucking dope.
And in an arena filled with so many smarks, because that's the kind of crowd that's there, they have an even bigger appreciation for Haku, because most of them know a lot of those old stories that dude was not somebody to fuck with.
Yes.
You know, forget about Wu-Tang. Haku ain't nothing to fuck with.
I saw in the match that they did the classic spot. My favorite thing, anytime any Samoan is in the ring in wrestling, where the dude goes to headbutt the guy and he like knocks himself out. It's the best. I saw a spot where a guy goes to headbutt Haku and knocks himself out, and I was just sitting there in the crowd and I'm just like, yeah, I can buy this.
Yeah, Haku ain't no
Long lineage of Samoans. They've given so much to this business. They really have.
The last note I will also say with that tag team, my star on the rise in all of independent wrestling is Haku's son, Tama Tonga. That dude is a future world champion, if not in New Japan, in WWE. He looks, watching him wrestle, he looks exactly like Roman Reigns. But
He's got my vote.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's all I needed. Speaking of sons, on Instagram, Sting posted a picture of his son. He's got my vote too. That's all I'm gonna say. So shout out to the sons of wrestlers. I mean, the kid's like 6'3", he's like lifting hundreds of pounds of weight.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you got my vote, kid. I don't know what you do.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sonny, let's move on.
Thank you.
That's broken my leg. I don't know what it is.
Oh shit! That's why I'm sitting across from you guys.
Oh, and what was it? It was at the Hall of Fame. The Von Erichs. There's only one Von Erich that's still alive. I don't want to say the wrong name.
Kevin, I believe.
Is it?
Carrie.
No, it's not Kerry. Kerry's dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Most of them are passed, but whichever one is alive, he has two sons that stood up, and it's like, wow, why are these people like major names in wrestling? Like, they really should be carrying the lineage of their father, but that's another podcast.
Well, there was Lacey Von Erich in TNA, and all I can say to that is roll tide.
Oh, well.
Yeah, she was doing her thing for a minute.
Is she no longer in TNA?
Yeah, what is she doing now?
I don't know. I think she had kids and just quit. I mean, if I had the choice between being in TNA and paying child support, I would probably choose child support too.
Oh wow. It's still a television deal. My word. Isn't Tully Blanchard's daughter at TNA now?
Yes, she is.
Oh well, look at this second generation superstars right there.
Oh, I mean, there's a ton of second generation superstars. I mean, even Mella's a second generation star.
Ew. Just
All right,
ew.
maybe just second generation, not necessarily a star.
Ew.
She's a star that happens to be a second generation wrestler. How's that?
I'll take that. So overall, what would you give the New Japan programming?
Oh, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Even.
Oh,
9 out of 10. Are you sure? Are you sure?
We have to do this on the Meltzer scale. Six stars in the Tokyo Dome, guys.
Okay.
7 stars in the
that's
Tokyo
not bad.
Okay.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, but that's 6 out of 5, bro.
Oh well.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Yeah. Okay. Well, anybody that's listening that was over at the Cow Palace, I hope you had a great time there. And you know what? Next time there's a G1 show and you're gonna be there, we would like you to take photos, post it on your Instagram, post it on your Twitter, tag Yep I Like Wrestling, YEPILW, and we're gonna retweet it and share it and post it up and do a whole bunch of stuff because we want to show you guys some love for showing us love by listening to this podcast. Moving on, let's get into some WWE TV.
Do we have to?
Oh, is this the first time you don't want to talk about Monday Night Wrestling program?
What's the name of it?
The Monday Night Wrestling program.
No, that's not what they call it.
Monday Night.
What do we call
Monday
it?
Night Raw.
Something like that, yes.
So wait, is this the first time you don't want to get it raw?
This is the first time I've ever going to say no thank you to Raw.
Shit.
Yeah, the programming is just, it's about as bad as the Cow Palace. Not as bad as having one merch stand, but
Bad as the cow palace or bad as the smell of a cow?
there's some cow manure going on in the WWE programming.
You know what? I wasn't that mad at Raw though.
Really?
No, I
Really?
I was
this
I was
man.
entertained.
Yes.
I was entertained.
It doesn't take much. I see.
I mean, I was drinking some moonshine, but I mean, I was entertained though.
Ah, yes. The dreaded flask has revisited. Yeah.
Shout out to Allison.
Do tell Allison I miss her, please. So, gentlemen, Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns had a bit of a disagreement, and it took just a few gentlemen to keep those two apart.
Okay, so in this particular moment, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm getting kind of tired of the same exact brawl done the exact same way. Yeah. I mean, it would have been nice to maybe take it to the stands, take it to, the hallways of the arena. Just do something different because it's like the same thing they've done with Taker and Brock.
That's literally what I have written in my notes. Sonny, stop reading my notes.
Oh well, I could read upside down. So that's why. But it was Taker and Brock, Cena and Brock, Roman and didn't Roman and Brock do the same thing?
Yeah.
It's like it's been done to death. I mean, just flip it up, switch it. Flip it up, switch it, rub it down. Oh no!
Shout out to hip hop. I mean,
it
it was all done for the big spot over the top rope that Roman did to take out everyone.
I gotta say though, that spot that he did over the top rope, that was kind of dope.
I mean, again, with my production background, I saw that and I was just like, oh, okay, they did that for the video package.
Yeah.
Of course.
That shot is very much just like, hey, we're gonna run this highlight on every video package of Roman Reigns for the next 20 years.
Oh, God.
Well, yeah, because they did the same thing for the Undertaker. But yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit is not some easy shit to do. Cause I mean, dude, you're basically those ropes are what, about 5 feet high. So he cleared it with a foot underneath him.
Yeah.
So he basically jumped over that shit. He jumped over it 6 feet over, and onto a whole bunch of dudes. And you know what? I'm not mad at that spot. I actually that saved that whole segment for me because I thought that was a dope spot.
Well, I mean,
And it's funny how I'm the one that's cheering on Roman Reigns. Meanwhile, Teddy's like,
I would have liked the spot had the spots not been repeated the next day on SmackDown by Asuka taking out the entire women's division. So you took a great spot, then you water it down. See, no one in WWE is paying attention. So, yeah, I'm over it. And Bobby Lashley's nondescript headband has now turned into a nondescript fitted hat. Like, oh, for God's sake.
wait, it's not a fitted hat. It's a snapback.
It's just a plain black snapback.
Yeah.
It's like, this man, he can't help but be boring. Like, he's trying his best to be boring.
2 things. One, I'm shocked that Lashley didn't put a red hat on. He was Donald Trump's boy. He was not
a Donald Trump supporter. Are you serious?
I forgot he was. What? You gotta remember from that WrestleMania match, he was to do that wrestle for Trump.
Yes, the hair
Trump's
versus
black
hair
friend
match.
guy.
Ah, yes.
I forgot about that.
Shout out to Umaga. Speaking of Samoans.
R.I.P. And
Yes.
second, isn't that the story of WWE? Like Roman Reigns doing something amazing, and we're all just like, who cares?
It's kind of true. Like every time he does something dope, everybody's kind of like, whatever. He's supposed to do that shit. I mean, listen. I am not an apologist for Roman Reigns, but I gotta call it as I see it. There's shit that he does that he doesn't get any props for. Meanwhile, I'll see other people do the same shit, and they're like, and people just lose their fucking mind. Like, oh my God, did you see what he just did? It's really that people hate Roman just for being Roman.
He's a talented individual, I really do, but even I have to say, I'm a little overseeing the same thing over and over again. And, you know, I liked him very much, but I don't like him as much as I did before. So I can do without it. And I never thought I'd say those words, but guess what? It's a new day. Yes, it is. So there you go.
Shit!
Yeah, shout out to SmackDown, who we'll get to in a minute.
Yeah, hashtag loyalty. Good going, buddy.
I have stood firmly behind him.
Yeah, we know.
Whew, how I wish. For many years, but those years have run out now. I can't do it. And it's Vince is just, he's going to force you to either like Bobby Lashley or Roman because he has so much money behind these two. And Vince hates to be wrong. He's going to force you to like one of these two. But somehow it's going to blow up in his face. I just know it is.
Well, he's forcing us to like one of those two because, side note, we ain't seeing Brock for a long fucking time.
Oh, yeah. Apparently he doesn't get to work until Royal Rumble or something. Like, he's not coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, that shit ain't happening because, you know, he's basically going to be taking on Daniel Cormier. Is that how you pronounce his name?
I think it's Cormier.
Cormier?
Yeah.
That makes me sound too fucking bougie to say
Who
his name
who saw the UFC video of him? Did you all see it?
It was so kayfabe, I don't even want to go into it. Yeah.
As a shitty man once said, it's a work, bro.
Oh, shit.
Not shout out to Vince Russo.
Hey, bro.
It's a work, bro.
Vince Russo. Well, gentlemen, let's move on. Nia Jax and Natalya took on Alexa Bliss and Mickie James.
Yep, that happened.
Did it? Did it barely? Really? The only good thing about that was Alexa wore the shit out of Nia Jax with that kendo stick. That was fun to watch.
Yo, she beat that bitch.
She did, yes.
Yo, you know what? So I just started watching The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and there was a part where they're playing this song. She beat that bitch with a bat.
Oh, yes.
Beat that bitch with a bat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when I saw that part, I was like, beat that bitch with a kendo stick. Beat that bitch with a kendo stick.
She was, as we say in my family, she was drawing back on some of those, shots. So it was like, wow, who pissed off Alexa that night? Cause
yo, them shits were legit, man.
They didn't look work.
Nah. She even hit her in the back of the head. That was the shit that, when she hit her in the back of the head, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
They got some real heat.
Yeah. I wonder what that's about. But, yeah. So like you said, that happened. And something else that happened, Mojo Rawley took on No Way Jose.
And that also happened, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So, only thing I'm going to say about that is they're getting really, really shitty with the fucking entourage. Because,
yes.
I was... there was a time when No Way Jose had a very, very interesting lead conga person.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to call her, the conga person.
Conga person.
She was the person that was in the front of that conga line, and she kept me interested.
For about 2 weeks, you were really into the conga line.
No, about 3 weeks, actually.
Oh, really?
And, every time I saw the beginning of the conga line, I was like, hey, no way. Jose. Didn't pay attention to the match.
No one cares.
I was even zooming in with my HD TV.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. Let me correct. My 4K TV. The resolution's a lot better.
I thought Roger was the only name dropper, but go ahead.
Hey, I'm name dropping on my TV because that shit brought in exactly. I was like freaking Wayne's World swing, but
God,
dude, the freaking skanky chicks they got from the crack house this fucking week. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, so those are disappointing, are they? Yeah,
dude. Yeah, man. I seen better crackheads uptown, bro.
Oh, shout out to Francine from ECW. She kind of reminded me of her when I saw her. But if Tara was watching, she basically just saw Mojo Rawley wrestling nothing because she doesn't see No Way Jose.
She didn't see No Way Jose, and she's into the big white dudes.
Yes. But you know what? For the first time ever, I'm going to agree with Tara on this podcast. Yes, Mojo Rawley is a bit of a stud. For the first time, I see potential in him.
I mean, the dude has had potential for a while. The problem is
I never saw it.
I like what he did this week. Well, I don't know if it was him, but his changing up of his ring gear,
yes,
made him look a little bit more menacing.
Yes,
because it was like the same. It was the same type of gear, but it was all black with like a little line. I mean, visuals mean a lot, and he came out and he looked like a heel.
He does. He looks. So yeah.
It added to his character, which was great. And then when he went at No Way Jose the way he did, it just kind of solidified his character. The only thing is that by doing that, you weaken No Way Jose. It's almost like they just punked No Way Jose out. That I don't know if it was a good move. Like there could have been a way to possibly make both of them still look strong without taking away. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have a saying on Grindr. It's called one of us has to be the bottom. So either we're gonna put up Mojo or we're gonna put up No Way, or we can't do both of them. So and I like Mojo. He has potential. I never saw it before, especially with Zach.
Woo, right?
Yeah, that jerk. Yeah, never saw potential with that one. And when he was moved to Raw, I still didn't see it. But now, for the first time, I'm going to have to agree with Tara. Yeah, maybe there's some potential there. Maybe.
First off, I never want to know about any sayings that you guys have on Grindr.
Oh, Sonny. You live in Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah,
that's the grinder of neighborhoods.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Trust me, I know. Every time I go outside and smoke a cigarette, yeah, I know. Oh, trust me.
Shout out to the hobos. Speaking of hobos, Bo Dallas. Oh, no, I don't know about Bo Dallas. I don't know. He does a great Bray Wyatt, though.
Dude, he does a better Bray Wyatt than Bray does.
Wyatt, he does, yes.
Yeah. Like, dude, when I was watching it, I was like, wait a minute. Is that Bray? Oh, shit. No, that's really Bo Dallas.
So for those of you listening, the B team took on. They didn't take.
It was Bo Dallas versus Matt Hardy,
Mr. Woken,
and delete. I'm just so numb to this whole series. These guys have been going for 2 months. I was so excited at WrestleMania when they put Bray and Matt together, and they haven't done anything with them.
And believe it or not,
they won championship.
That's what I was saying. Championship, and that's it.
Yes, true. And they still have it, and I don't think they deserve it anymore. Anyway, here's the thing. Did you all see the Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy?
Yes, I actually saw it finally.
So, fuck this whole Bray Wyatt match thing. Watch that on the network. Have you seen it, sir?
Oh, yeah, of course. The 24?
Is it not good? Yeah,
it's
that
amazing.
Thank you, 24.
Dude, that 24
I was gonna say
was
Dateline,
amazing.
But that didn't sound right.
And dude, I was surprised by how much shit they went in on.
I love how you said that, Sonny. I really do. Did you see how Sonny said that? How much they went in? I love that. But no, you're right. It was like no holds barred. No holds barred.
I thought.
Wait, Hulk Hogan?
Oh, shout out to Diesel.
Oh,
me Zeus.
You mean Kevin?
Who did I say? Diesel. Am I high?
Yeah.
I could be high. Don't mind me.
Oh,
the black guy with the cross eye. Him.
You talking about Tiny Lister?
Debo? Is that the right guy?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He knocked you the fuck out.
Him.
Yes. Yeah, that's Tiny Lister.
Oh my.
So he wasn't Diesel?
No, he was Zeus.
Zeus. Who the hell was Diesel?
Kevin Nash.
Oh, big sexy. I'm high. Don't mind me. Everyone looks like everyone right now.
You have a 3-hour.
They both look. So and Kevin Nash look like Tiny Lister.
A little.
Oh
Have you
my
seen Magic Mike? They all look alike to me.
Have you seen Tiny Lister and Kevin Nash?
They all look
That's
alike.
like saying me and you look alike.
Don't we? Like, I often get us confused. when
Listen, you're my unruly stepson, but no.
I often text you and I text myself by accident. I don't know how that goes.
You have a 3-hour television show that's begging for content. You have these two guys that are begging to give you content, and nothing happens. Story of WWE. The reason why I'm numb to this.
But to be quite
old
honest,
programming.
let's think about it. Hasn't Bray Wyatt sort of been that guy where he has all that potential and they've really kind of squandered it? Even after even with the Wyatt family, wasn't it always just he didn't quite do what he could do?
Yeah, there's something there with that.
He's
and
always been that guy.
Also, he just had a car accident recently.
Oh, yes, I did read that.
So the thing is, initially in the back of my head, I was always thinking they're going to lose because he may not be 100%, which is why it wasn't him in the ring. It was Matt. And then also, depending on what other extenuating circumstances we may not know about, may be a thing where, like, yo, let's get him off of TV because I don't know anything about what happened. I don't think any of us do because nothing's been released.
Yes.
But sometimes when nothing's been released, there's a whole lot of shit that happened.
Worse.
So it's like, because all we heard was he was in a bad car accident. Nothing else. But he's back. Who knows? Maybe he needs some time. Maybe the road is, because the road could grind on people.
Oh, yes, I've heard that often. But really, doesn't he win a little bit? He gets to go home to JoJo.
Well, that's it, unless JoJo's still going to be on the road, though. So,
shout out to JoJo's ass. For
Yeah.
for those of you who have never been to a live event, it's a good thing to check out.
JoJo's actually a really nice person, too.
I'm sure she is.
Yeah, no, I mean, I met her at last year around SummerSlam.
Did you now?
Yeah, no, she.
I'm telling Allison.
I mean, I think I told her.
I'm telling Allison.
I think. But, well, listen, I met her and I met Bray at the same time.
Oh.
And, yo, Bray's cool as fuck. Yo, my God, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we had a drink together. Yeah, anyway.
Shout out to Jungle Fever. I'm here for it.
Shout out to drinking.
Anywho, speaking of attractive women of color, Amber Moon took on Liv Morgan.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed that match.
I bet you did. Did you? Were you even paying attention?
I mean, yeah, I paid a lot of attention.
Yeah, I bet you did. Amber Moon's athleticism is unparalleled. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, but you know what? Don't sleep on Liv Morgan because some of the shit she did in the ring was.
You. I rarely like to sleep on a broom, so no thank you.
Dude, nah, man. Stop putting her down, dude. That freaking Matrix shit that she does, that Trish used to do back in the day.
Thank you. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, but she does it just as good, if not a little bit better.
Well,
she's a little bit faster with the when she goes all the way back, and you know how I like women going all the way back.
Oh, gross, gross.
Oh, tremendous.
How do you like Liv Morgan?
I mean,
save us, Kevin, save us.
I mean, I thought that Liv Morgan probably should have stayed in NXT a little longer. I'm not a fan of the Riot Squad, maybe because of it coming in at the same time as Absolution and it being like, what? These two are the same exact thing? Like, literally the same exact thing?
I thought the in-ring was great. The character outside, still needs development. And then now that Ruby Riot's not around because she had some type of injury.
She got injured. Yes.
Yeah, when did she get injured? Because I actually missed that.
About a week ago.
Did she also get in a car crash? Am I just...
You putting everybody in the car crash, bro?
Yeah,
I think hers was in ring.
That same car?
I think hers was in ring, if I'm not mistaken.
Guys,
you said Sin Cara?
What if Bray is cheating on JoJo with Ruby Riot?
Wow.
Well,
talk about a downgrade.
JoJo was in the same car though, and was in the car accident with Bray Wyatt though.
Maybe.
Well, her butt is basically an airbag by itself, so she's good. So she's great right now. But I don't know. First of all, do you remember when Alexa Bliss used to do the Harley Quinn gimmick?
Yes.
I think
she still kind of does it.
I think Liv Morgan would do that better. Like, I think she would probably take up that. But really, I don't see.
But is it because she looks so much more like Margot Robbie?
Yeah, like she just looks more like, yeah, I'm not for it. And Sarah Logan to me is, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, Sarah Logan. I actually had high hopes for Sarah Logan at Royal Rumble because I remember saying that I actually thought she did a good job during the Royal Rumble match. which was originally supposed to be called the
Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal.
Dude, you can't say that.
Yes, I can.
But say it again.
Fabulous Moolah. I think I'm gonna agree with Mr. Wood here. I think they came too fast. You see what I did there?
Oh,
Kevin?
God.
I think they came up too fast from NXT. I say send them back. Send them back.
Don't you wish you could do that when you come too fast?
Oh, good one. I see what you did there. I like that. Speaking of coming too fast, Finn Balor was in the same ring as Baron Corbin. And those two other guys were there too, but I didn't pay much attention to them. But I think it was Elias. I don't pay attention to him. And some other dude. But yeah.
It was Mr. Bobby Roode, man.
Oh, gloriously boring. Yes.
Can I say?
Oh, wait. Now you're saying what I'm saying?
I'm over it.
Him being a face, it doesn't work, man.
Over it.
Can I talk about things that don't work?
There's a lot of stuff that doesn't work right now, bro.
Yo.
Dude, we don't talk about impotence on this show.
Oh,
So
shit.
please don't. Shout out to
don't-
Roger. See what I did there?
Oh.
No, I love Roger to death. He knows it.
Let me say this right now.
Damn, son. Yo, that shit got a damn, son.
Shout out to Ron Simmons. Damn.
Let me say this right now. I don't give a fuck about Baron.
Oh my! Wow.
I don't give a fuck about Baron Corbin, and I don't give a fuck about Baron Corbin.
Who was that last one
I
again?
don't give a fuck about Baron Corbin. Oh, he shaved his hair. I still don't give a fuck. He looks like a waiter.
Yo, dude, you know what? He does look like a waiter at like a freaking.
But he's a sexy
bougie
waiter.
spot. Oh,
no,
God.
he
How
is.
can you
He
find
is
him
a.
sexy?
Compared to what he used to look like, he looks amazing. He's a
Compared
stud.
to what he looks like,
He
I still
did
don't give a
go
fuck.
he did go from heroin addict in the village to
Recovering
bougie,
heroin addict.
to bougie waiter in the village
So which would you rather have, a heroin addict or a bougie waiter?
from the village.
From the village.
No, but you know what? Honestly, I'd rather have him and Mojo Rawley switch places on the card. There you go.
So you want
I think
Mojo
he
Rawley to be the
sucks.
new constable and...
Yeah, I want Mojo Rawley to like be higher on the card. I don't care for Baron Corbin.
That would be interesting to see Mojo Rawley in that spot. Even though I think it would play differently because I really like what Baron Corbin's been doing lately.
Me too.
Yeah, but for different reasons.
Sexy as hell. Why is he wrestling in street clothes is my question.
Something about the McMahon family, they have a big thing with the C sound, the K sound. So Corporate Kane, Constable Corbin.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's some mothers out there. I'm just trying to
Put him in the comment
I'm
section if
I'm
you all can think of it. Put it in the
I'm
comment
trying to
section.
put myself over right now because I can't think of any others. But anyway, what bullshit aside,
Chainsaw Charlie, but I guess that's a different sound.
yeah.
But, keep going.
You see where I'm going? Yeah. So the whole thing is like, he's basically Corporate Kane Redux, right?
yeah,
Redux.
but if Corporate Kane sucked ass.
Oh, what was Val Venus?
Actually, I thought Corporate Kane was pretty cool.
No, I liked Corporate Kane. I'm saying he is Corporate Kane if Corporate Kane sucked ass.
Oh, that was Sean Morley.
So yeah, Val Venus did it first. Kane did it better, and I don't know about you. I don't care what you. I think he's doing a great job, Baron Corbin, and I think he looks fabulous doing it.
Well, that's because that's what's putting it over the edge for you, bro.
So good. And Finn
is-
Balor's abs. I don't know what the fuck exercise this man's doing.
I don't disagree with you
Okay,
on that.
you two are gonna sit here and tell me that his abs are not
no, I
crazy.
don't disagree.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Fuck his ass.
Oh god, here we go. That jealousy. Look at the
Fuck
two.
Baron Corbin.
Hurry up, Tower, and get back here. Help me out here.
Fuck Balor's abs.
I'd love to. Yeah, you said it. I did it. Speaking of things I
I
wouldn't
said
fuck,
it as a statement, not as an
you
action.
said it. No backsies. But speaking of things I wouldn't fuck, Kevin Owens took
damn.
on Braun Strowman. Oh no, I can't do Kevin Owens. No.
That's my Kevin brethren, man.
Oh.
Come on.
Hey man, we standing up for the big boys.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh.
Pounding
Yeah,
on the big boys.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the one that did Clerks? The Canadian Kevin somebody.
Kevin Smith is not Canadian.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He just loves Canadian culture. That dude's from Asbury, New Jersey.
What?
I'm a big Kevin Smith fan.
You have ruined my entire
As a-
childhood.
That's
As a matter of fact, quick side note, one of the people that provided me with some great advice was Mike Zapsik, who's on Comic Book Men, which is the comic book store that
Wow.
Kevin Smith owns.
Wow.
I went out there.
You took the long way around, but that was a good story.
Yeah. Like I went out there. I bought some comics, and I was telling him, "Hey, I'm starting up a new podcast, and is there any advice you could give to me?" He was like, he gave me a couple of pointers, and I was like, "Wow." and it's pointers that I've actually used into producing this podcast today.
It's a lovely podcast.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I said him was because I'd fuck that Kevin before I fuck Kevin Owens.
Oh, shit.
I can't do it.
Damn.
But I did like Chasing Amy. Y'all remember Chasing Amy?
Chasing Amy was cool, but
Good
Dogma
movie.
is my absolute favorite.
Oh,
I even brought a little the Buddy Christ.
Goodness.
I have that shit. I have that shit at work.
What was the other one they did? Oh, I can't think of it.
Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob, Strike Back.
Jay and Silent Bob. That's the one I was trying to think
Yeah.
of. Thank you, sir. But different podcast.
Yeah, I'm a big Kevin Smith fan.
Yeah, me too, I think.
Yeah.
Well, anywho, Kevin Owens attempted once again to hide from Braun Strowman.
What are we doing with Braun Strowman? Everyone, no one.
I kind of like what they're doing with Braun Strowman, even though I remember what Teddy said a few episodes back, where it's a dangerous thing where if you put him too much doing the comedy stuff, he loses the seriousness going forward, where you don't respect him as the monster anymore.
Yes.
Like they did with Big Show.
Yes.
So like I get that totally, but he's kind of so good at it, man.
Really, the blue porta potty thing did it for you? Was that
Nah,
was that fun?
it's
really.
you know what it is? It's the way he plays it. When he did the porta potty, he was like, "Anybody in there?" I mean, shit like that. When he flipped the car over and he looks at him and he just tosses him the keys. As a fan of comedy, it was done well. The rest of it is done so-so. I mean, Kevin Owens oversold it a little bit. But, I mean, I thought it was still pretty decent.
I think that with Braun, you have to ride the fine line between funny and absurd. So much of what has gotten him over is these things that are just like absolutely absurd that you're just like, that's crazy. I'm going to go to YouTube and watch that about 10 times. You know, him throwing over the truck, him dropping the set on Kane and Brock. You know, and I thought that the porta potty was kind of in that vein.
Absolutely, it was. But I mean, at some point, he is going to have to put on a good match. And,
Oh,
right?
yeah, without question.
So I'm just waiting for that date so we can.
You know what
be
it
double
is?
fates.
I think when we're watching wrestling, we get caught up into looking for certain things, or looking to be amazed, or looking to find something that's a little bit more solid. But at the end of the day, when you're watching wrestling, you really have to throw out all sense of reality and just get caught up into the show. My point of view.
Over it.
It helps when I'm drinking moonshine, though.
It doesn't everything.
Yeah.
Speaking of things you need to get through with alcohol, Drew McIntyre took on Seth Rollins.
Well,
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at it.
Why am I not surprised, Mr. Kobe Lopez?
Tyler Black.
I watched that video.
Oh, actually, I didn't. I just remember you saying his
I know
name.
the proof.
Nah.
I know the proof, and I'm on to him.
Oh, shit.
I appreciated that they put on a different Raw main event than usual, that they showcased their depth and were using the depth of their talent roster, which they don't usually do, or they misuse these guys. I appreciate that they're giving a spotlight to this Ziggler-Rollins feud and giving Drew McIntyre a bit of that spotlight as well. It just felt like a hot Raw main event.
But what amazing thing has Seth Rollins ever done besides killing Sting? What has this man ever
Jesus
done?
Christ.
Like, those
are the thoughts and opinions of Teddy.
Whoa. I'm going at you, Mr. GM. Sir.
Yes.
Did you
Those are the
watch-
thoughts and opinions of Teddy. They do not represent the thoughts or opinions of Yep, I Like Wrestling.
That is fake news, Mr. GM.
Oh, shit.
When was the last time you saw Sting? I'll wait.
Did you watch Raw?
I noticed you've sidestepped my question,
Did you
sir.
watch Raw back in February when Seth Rollins wrestled for over an hour?
Barely.
Beat Roman, beat Cena clean.
Barely.
Was one of the all-time great Raw performances. Seth Rollins is amazing, and
Veto, I say.
I appreciate that for once WWE's like, oh, other than Roman Reigns, here's another reason to watch Raw.
I've never watched Raw for Seth Rollins, ever. And I've been watching Raw since it was in black and white. Never watched it for Seth Rollins.
So, which puppy was this that Seth kicked that you have this grudge against him? I'm just curious.
I will upload the video to Yep, and you will see why I don't like Seth Rollins.
You know what? I'm going to say this right now. I don't care for Sting. He was
Those Those are the thoughts and opinions of Kevin, and they do not represent the thoughts or opinions of Yep, I Like Wrestling.
I see legends
How
there.
dare you, sir?
I'm coming for you, Eric Bischoff. You know what? Wow. Sting, overrated.
How dare you, sir?
Whoa.
Never did anything in WWE because he was too scared to go there.
Hey, real quick, Kevin, thank you for joining us on this
I
episode.
mean, really, you.
I appreciate you coming on this episode. This will be the third and last fucking time.
I'm sorry.
Let me say this right now about Sting. He's a Crow ripoff.
Yes.
He's a Crow
All right,
ripoff.
all right.
Okay,
But
and
His whole thing, he was
did
a
it.
Crow ripoff.
You know what? Had Brandon Lee not
He's
died
dead.
and did
He's
more
dead.
episodes, hey,
He's
damn,
dead.
dude, chill.
Easy, buddy.
Wow.
But
But
so is Sting's career. Thanks, Seth.
oh fuck.
Exactly. Thank you, Seth.
Thanks,
Like, that's
Seth.
the one who did
Thank You,
it.
Seth.
You know what?
Thank you, Seth.
Those are the thoughts and opinions of Teddy and Kevin,
Wait, what the hell did I do?
and they do not represent
I was just sitting here. I didn't do anything.
the thoughts or opinions of Yep, I Like Wrestling.
So, shall we move on to SmackDown?
Yes.
Yes, please, let's.
Speaking of careers that went nowhere, the Bludgeon Brothers and the New Day and Sanity had a big fustercluck going on there.
And Team Hell No.
And oh god, yeah, it was a big old mosh pit of shit.
Yeah, but I wasn't mad at it.
Yeah, I wasn't mad either.
Really?
It was fine. It's fun. You know,
It's been a while since there was a 10-man tag team, so. But not in Teddy's house.
oh,
That's what we call Friday at my house. But yeah,
In Newark.
Yes. I'm not doing it. I do like how they're booking Sanity, but everyone else, I'm kind of over.
you mean by having them fucking take the pin every week?
Yes, I like that.
Having them do the job? They're
I
not
like
sanity,
that.
they're jobbity.
I like
Oh,
that.
shit.
I like
Jobbity.
it. I like it a lot.
Yo, you know what? I gotta say one thing about Sanity. Their entrance, it's kind of motion sicknessy.
Okay.
The camera's constantly moving. It's a little.
But it literally goes with their gimmick.
No, it goes with it because it's fucking insane. It's
Yes.
like they gave the cameraman Molly for that brief 30
Oh,
seconds.
shout out to Molly.
I heard a thing on another podcast. I don't remember which, but somebody made the point that it's like if NXT does anything, it gives these guys an entrance. All these guys that come up, they make sure that they have an entrance and they have a thing.
But that's because NXT is kind of done like a Raw in a smaller arena.
Yeah.
So all you're doing is taking it from there into a bigger arena.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, exactly.
So you're the wrestling nerd at this table, so please refresh my memory. Back in the day, WCW, there was some type of stable with Eddie Gilbert. I want to say Doom, but I don't think...
It's not the Legion, it's the Dungeon of Doom.
Dungeon of Doom. Thank you, sir.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a
Now,
throwback.
if the Bludgeon Brothers joined Sanity, maybe they could do something like that, and I think it would work.
Well, it's almost like the Wyatt family brought back to life again because when they did a vignette earlier in the episode before the match, I felt like I was watching an old episode of Raw with all I was missing was Bray Wyatt.
But what we don't have is we have stables with the New Day, but this would be like a major stable. Shout out to the corporate ministry.
Oh,
if
yeah.
we put those two together, I think it could actually possibly work.
But I mean, with stables like that, don't you need that one particular personality that stands out? And it's almost like, unless Eric Young blows up, there's no real person like that.
I know who to do it. Put him with the Miz.
The Bludgeon Brothers with the Miz?
Put the Bludgeon with
And
the
Sanity.
Miz. And Sanity. Look, in ECW...
No, Miz is too clean for that.
in ECW,
No, but actually, that shit could work, though.
No.
Yeah.
Miz is too clean.
It'd be like Miz and the Goons.
Miz is goon. Like
Miz and the Goon and his own Goon Squad, Sanity and the Bludgeon Brothers. Actually, you know what? I'm into that shit. That shit would be dope.
Instead of the Miz Taraj that were clearly a bunch of jobbers, that would prop.
But
Miz up.
they were jobbers that tried to emulate him.
Yes.
Whereas opposed to this is his fucking Goon Squad.
Yeah. The
That would-
renegades that he has a little bit of control over, and then you can build SmackDown around him, just throwing those guys at all the baby faces, throwing them at Daniel Bryan, throwing them at AJ Styles, throwing them at Shinsuke, throwing them at Cena, whoever.
I don't like it, so no. Let's continue. Yes, AJ Styles took on Shinsuke Nakamura, then everyone took on Jeff Hardy, and it just kept going and going. It's like the hookup that never leaves. Yes, I didn't like it. Sorry.
I like that we got like 2 Teddy Long matches to begin SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yo, right?
It was like
Holla,
fight,
holla, holla.
tag team.
Yo,
match
wait, no.
playa,
Actually,
another
hold
fight.
up. I need you to do holla, holla, holla in that British accent of yours to be like the
God.
ultimate page.
Oh, God, I fucking hate her. I got her written down here, too. Yeah. No, I don't like, and I'm sick of Paige as the GM. Like, she literally comes out to announce the match, and then she just recedes back into the thing. She's not even doing it good. It's just, no, I'm over it. Over it.
I mean, basically, she's the white British Teddy Long.
With a purple dildo. Yeah.
Oh, damn
well.
it.
Yes.
She's still better than Constable fucking Corbin.
You know what? I don't like where this is going. Like,
fuck Baron Corbin.
She said,
are you jealous?
I feel like that should be the title of this episode. Fuck Baron Corbin.
Just because I love
According to
Baron doesn't
Kevin.
mean I love you any less. Are you jealous because
Look,
is that what's
Cody
going on?
According to Kevin, fuck Baron Corbin.
That's a
Cody
good
Rhodes-
segment for him, according to Kevin. Yes.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes popularized the term "fuck the revival." I'm going to popularize the term "fuck Baron Corbin." Hashtag fuck Baron Corbin.
Jeez. Talk about okay.
Jesus Christ.
Fine. Speaking of things that are worth fucking, the match with Asuka and Ellsworth, terrible. Terrible. It's like peeing out a urinal and you zip your foreskin up too quickly. That's what that match was. Over it.
First off, ouch.
Yes.
Second off, I wasn't mad at seeing all the ladies ringside at the same time.
Sonny, you are the horniest man I've ever met in my life.
Third, also ouch.
Yeah, third ouch again. Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to all those uncircumcised people out there. You know what I'm talking about. And like
But-
uncircumcised men, I'm talking about Carmella. Because she was ringside.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Those are the words and opinions of Teddy.
I'll take that L, son.
And
As
they-
my nephew would say. I'll take that L.
I can't believe that in WWE that there's been one person to pin Asuka, and it's fucking Carmella.
Thank you. I like this man. I've always liked Wood. Always been a fan of him, Sonny. I want him on every podcast.
Like, just no.
Shout out
it
to
was-
Ruby Mendoza. I don't need him back. I want this one on every podcast.
Yes. Jesus.
I appreciate.
Talk about throwing on the people under the bus on a regular basis.
I
Thank you.
appreciate them trying to invest in Carmella and create another star in the women's
No.
division. It's just frustrating that this was the person that they've chosen.
And now
I just
Ellsworth's
don't
back.
believe her. I just don't. I'm not for it, man. Like,
And
I
when
just-
did Lumberjills now referred to as Lumberjack? When didn't the women used to be called Lumberjills?
Yeah, they did. That's why I was actually kind of confused by that shit too. I was like wondering, is it because Ellsworth is in the match? Which I want to say one thing. You do realize that Ellsworth didn't once lay a finger on Asuka.
Except at the end when he tackled her. He did snatch her ankle.
He didn't even,
That's it.
he
But
didn't even
yeah.
tackle her.
But
He just held her.
I agree with you. It's so stupid, and it's reverse, prejudice. It's so stupid. That's why I'm like, I'm over it. I can't wait till it's done.
Yeah.
But I was more concerned with why are they not lumberjills? Why are they lumberjacks? But then I realized, yeah, Sonya Deville's at the ring, so lumberjack it is. Yeah. So
Those are the opinions and thoughts of Teddy.
yeah.
And they don't represent Yep, I Like Wrestling.
shout out to the LGBTQXYZ community out there.
And sometimes why?
And sometimes why. Speaking of possible lesbians, Zelina does nothing with Andrade Cien Almas. She does nothing.
Well, I was disappointed by her involvement in the match because she didn't really do much except shout, and that's about it.
She gives you angry Latina. I get enough of that on this podcast. I don't need to see it on SmackDown. She does nothing.
You know what? That was your Tara supplement for this week.
I
since
know.
she's not here
Tara,
today.
I do miss you. Hurry back.
Yeah, by the way, we miss you. Hopefully you'll be here next week. But you know what, though? That match wasn't bad.
I mean, yeah, Andrade, Rey
it was-
Mysterio, Kalisto, whoever that was, they all look
Fucking
alike.
racist.
Yeah, they did a decent job, but yeah.
That spot where Cien did the foot stomp outside the ring, that shit was dope, dude.
He's okay. I just want to know, is he really, really tall or is Selena just really, really short? Because the height difference between the two of them is almost comical.
I think she's really
She's
short.
tiny.
Yeah, she's like 4'11", 4'10".
Like, I think he's actually pretty small too.
well, he's not 6 feet.
He might be around Daniel Bryan's size.
oh,
No
wow.
fucking way.
He might be.
Wow.
Then she's just a tall little person.
She's, yes,
Yeah.
gotta be politically correct. She's
Yeah.
like 4'6".
She's like,
Shout
nah,
out
she ain't
to
that
all
short.
our-
She's 4'6", and her
little
mouth is
people friends.
8'9". It's just too much. I'm done with her. I thought she was gonna be a Latina Lana. She's not. I'm done with her. Get rid of her.
Well, you know what? She could be not as good, but in the same realm of Sherry Martel. Because
Really?
because the thing is that she does get involved. Like, she did a Hurricane Rana on, was it Johnny Gargano in NXT in that match? That was dope. She's done stuff like that.
So why is she not doing anything on SmackDown?
I have no idea. I mean, they need to get her involved like she was involved in NXT. And that's the problem. It's like, let her do some of that stuff. I guess you know what it is? You can't really involve her if there's no one to give her a comeuppance. So if they're not taking on someone that has a female counterpart, yeah, but then
If Jay took on
Sieng, then that would make sense.
But then the Usos aren't singles wrestlers.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I don't know where you go with that.
So it's like you gotta find somebody that
Lana Rusev.
Rusev?
Yeah, but I mean,
What's the other girl's
there's
name?
two heels.
What's the name?
Well, I mean, Rusev shouldn't be a heel at this point. Like, he
is a heel. I mean, he's doing heel things.
He is, but I don't know. I question how long they can fight the tide of him being a babyface.
Well, they're gonna keep that shit going on.
Well, maybe if they brought that girl from Raw to SmackDown, they could do that.
Which girl?
Seth Rollins? Like, they could bring her to SmackDown.
Fucking guy.
Yeah, that could work. But anywho, yes. And
Those
then the
are
end
the
of the
thoughts
show
and opinions of Teddy.
I'll take it. Doesn't matter.
You gonna take that, son?
I'll take that, son.
All right.
So I will say the last match, I did like Big E's suicide dive. See, again,
Every time he does that fucking suicide dive, I swear to God, I feel like he's done.
Yeah.
but this is what I'm saying. He does it better than Seth Rollins. Ember Moon suicide dive better than Seth
But it's
Rollins.
a different dive, though.
Yeah, one is good and one is bad.
No, but like
Seth Rollins is so dry. It's like Betty White's vagina.
No.
Dry.
Well,
Dry. It's so boring.
Apologies to Betty White.
Shout out to the Golden Girl.
Thank
Yeah.
you for being a friend.
thanks for listening, Betty White. We
Thank you for
appreciate
listening,
it.
Betty White. Yes.
No, but seriously,
And the other one. What's the guy in Sanity? The fat one.
Killian Dane.
Thank you. Doesn't he look like Balls Mahoney? I kept calling him Balls Mahoney, and then I was like, wait, I believe he's dead.
yeah. But here's the thing about what Biggie does. That's not a suicide dive.
Yes, it is.
It's a fucking spear into the concrete
But
floor.
then he throws himself. It's a suicide
No,
dive.
it's not a
'cause
no. It's a suicide dive because he almost died. Yes,
Exactly.
But it's not a suicide dive. It's actually a spear.
Well,
Here's my
he
question.
sacrifices himself. So that's what makes it a suicide dive, unlike Chris Benoit's suicide dive. Different type of suicide dive, Sonny. Different.
This is the darkest episode in the history of the Empire Like Wrestling.
Well,
How many F-bombs did you throw?
I'm hoping you're talking about the in-ring suicide dive.
Am I? I'm just going to let it hang out there.
Whoa.
See what I did
You know
there? I'm
what?
going to let it hang out there.
Just to be on the safe side.
No, you can't do that.
Just to be on the safe side. Those are the thoughts and opinions of Teddy,
Oh,
and they do
see?
not represent the thoughts or
I could
opinions.
have been
of
talking about
Yep,
the
I like
move.
wrestling.
Good Lord.
I'm hoping you did, but if not, I'm just covering my
Okay,
ass.
well, you know what? That's a good segue right there because this Sunday is Extreme Rules.
Exactly, and Extreme Rules. We're doing a viewing party at Legends.
Really?
Yeah.
When was the last time? It seems like forever since we've had a viewing party at Legend.
It was 4 weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, for Money in the Bank.
Money in the bank.
Exactly.
We're not going to go through the whole card because I don't want to throw up. But is there any matches that you are
shit.
looking forward to?
Well, we are going to do predictions.
Oh, you can't say predictions without Dick. All right, so let's start here.
So, all right.
On the pre-show that starts at 2 in the morning.
So I'm gonna run it down,
Please do.
and you guys are gonna tell me who you going for. So, starting off with the New Day versus Sanity on the Extreme Rules Kickoff Show. Who you got?
Sanity.
Who you got, Teddy?
Why do we have a pre-show? This isn't the NFL.
Are you gonna give me real? Are you gonna give me real
That
fucking?
is my real answer. Why is the show starting at 2 in the morning anyway? I don't care. I'm not watching Extreme Rules. Screw it.
Next match. Finn Balor versus
Fuck Baron Corbin.
The fuck, man! You guys gonna make this shit difficult for me today?
I actually have fuck that guy on my notes here.
He
Oh,
does,
shit.
Sonny. As I lean over him seductively, he does say, fuck that guy, yes. It says F that guy. He's so sweet over here.
know.
It says F that
Trying
guy.
to watch my language, man. Shit.
Too late.
Assholes. Yeah, watch your fucking language. Listen.
Oh.
Also, I'm going to pick Baron Corbin for that match.
Oh, so now you're gonna pick him.
I'm not saying I want him. This is an objective opinion, and I'm going to say that they're going to shit the bed.
The lesser of two evils. All right.
Because for some reason they think this guy deserves a push.
Okay.
Fuck Baron Corbin.
And Teddy, who are you picking?
Lube. That's who wins that match. Because I'm going to be watching it at home. Lube will win that match, I assure
guy.
you.
All right. So my picks so far, since Teddy's picking picks that can't be picked, I'm going for Sanity in the kickoff show, and I'm going for Finn Balor on the first match on the card. Jesus Christ. Moving on to the Raw Tag Team Champions. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt versus the B Team. Who you got, Kevin?
Whatever.
I got me going to the bathroom and not giving a fuck about this match.
Are you fucking really going to...
But the B Team.
Please.
B Team for Kevin. Who you got, Teddy?
Mesothelioma, that's who wins that fucking match. I don't care, Sonny. I already said I'm not watching. I don't know why he keeps coming back to me.
Why
I
the
don't know.
fuck do I have you on this podcast?
I'm bored.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
not watching Extreme Rules.
Yo, you're like the worst, man.
I'm not watching it.
Fucking AT&T of people.
We need that mesothelioma commercial they used to play on Pritchard's show.
No,
Do you have mesothelioma?
No, stop. You can't say that shit, man.
Speaking of Carmella, yeah.
Yo,
See what I did there?
You guys are the worst. You know what?
Okay.
I'm picking the B Team. All right, let's move forward. SmackDown Women's Championship match. Carmella versus Asuka with Ellsworth held above the ring in a shark cage. Who you got, Kevin?
I'm going to go with Asuka.
All right.
I'm picking with my heart.
Nice. Who you got, Teddy?
Yeast infections. I don't care, Sonny. I'm not watching this show. And wait a minute. Didn't China break this cage 100 years ago? How do we get a new cage to go out there? This is crazy. I don't
What the
care.
fuck, man?
I don't care. I'm not watching this pay-per-view. I'm not.
You know what?
I got shit to do on Sunday.
God, I fucking hate you. You not coming to the party?
No. Because it's this pay-per-view that's going to be shown. Show something else. Show the World Cup. It's on every fucking channel. It's like 9/11. I can't get away from the World Cup.
Actually, the World Cup is going to be on Sunday, too.
I can't get away from anything. God.
Moving on. The Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax, an Extreme Rules match.
Alexa Bliss. She's going to win. They got the Ronda Rousey feud.
Okay.
Like
Who you got,
Ronda
Teddy?
Rousey.
I just want to see Nia get beaten some more. I really enjoyed that.
What the
I
fuck?
did.
What
I
the
did.
fuck you-
I liked it. I liked it.
So you don't care who wins. You
I
just
don't
want to see
care.
Nia get fucked
I
up?
just want Nia being taken to the woodshed, as JR used to say.
Damn.
That's what I want.
Yo, you're just mean,
and
man.
she's a big girl. She can take a lot. So, yeah. So keep this train going, Sonny. See what I did there, Kevin? I said train.
Oh, God. All right. So, U.S. Champion Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Whatever.
Who you got, Kevin?
Nakamura.
All right. Who you got, Teddy?
Can we rename this match Knee to Cocaine? See what I did there? Because of the WWE 24? See what I did?
fucking guy.
Knee to Cocaine. That's what I want Nakamura to say.
Nakamura's going to give him the Kinshasa. It's just going to be a white cloud.
Oh, Jeff
You
Hardy.
really going to fucking add to this shit?
I love Jeff Hardy. He's as high as horse pussy. I've always loved it.
I thought it was giraffe pussy.
I've changed it.
Oh, okay. Made it your own?
Words don't own me, Sonny.
Okay.
Unlike Donald Trump, who owns all black people. See what I did there? I turned the podcast around to make it worse. See what I did there?
Whoa, fuck Baron Corbin.
And those words I agree with.
Why
from
doesn't
Teddy.
he get no disclaimer for saying fuck Baron Corbin? But when I say I want to fuck Baron Corbin, it's disclaimer city.
Oh, no, I didn't disclaim you. I was saying I agree with you with the whole Donald Trump shit, but, you know.
Keep it going, Sonny. Dolph Ziggler versus that lady.
All right, so now the next match is the 30-man.
Oh, I'd watch that. I'd come to the viewing party for that. I'd love it.
The next match is the 30-minute Iron Man match between Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship.
Whatever.
Who you got, Kevin?
I'm going to pick Dolph Ziggler.
I'm afraid to ask. Teddy, who you got?
The only person winning is Tara. She's the only one who's going to enjoy that match. So that's why I wrote Tara, because she likes the both of them. She's the only one winning. I don't care.
All right. That was a lot tamer than I thought it was going to be. So thank you for that one, Teddy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, next match. SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No. Who you got, Kevin?
It's going to be Team Hell No. We'll have the first dual tag team champion and mayor candidate.
All right. I don't see that happening, but okay. Who you got, Teddy?
I got Team Thank God this fucking pay-per-view's almost over. That's what I got.
Shit.
Please.
This fucking guy. I still haven't had one decent answer from him the entire.
Sounds like this. I wish I was still single so I could give hand jobs in the bathroom so I had something to do. Shout out to... Can't say his name.
Shout out to Anonymous. All right. The next match, Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens in a steel cage.
I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm gonna predict Kevin Owens wins because Braun Strowman throws him out of the cage.
That is probably exactly what's going to happen now that you've said it out loud. Wow. Yeah.
You know what? Side note, I was watching some footage from Peter, admin of Yep, from his last show at NYC Wrestling, and it was a Vince Steele in a match, and he took his opponent and threw him into a fucking column. Like, out of the ring.
Yes, I watched that video. Yes.
Yes, into the column. It was one of the most brutal shit.
Yes.
And I gotta say, that shit was
Someone
fucking
put it up on the page.
awesome. Yeah, it was in
I'll
the
tag
group.
you in it.
Okay.
Vince Steele, indie wrestler. Actually a cool fucking dude, too. And, but fucking brutal in the ring.
Yes.
I mean, he literally, like, just threw the dude like a fucking ragdown. The dude wasn't a small dude either. And it was at Peter's last show. By the way, speaking of NYC Wrestling, they have a show coming up on August 10th in Jersey. We're going to be posting up the information on our Instagram as well as on our website, which is yepilw.com. So just look for that. They're doing a really cool theme. It's called Protect Your Neck, just like the Wu-Tang album. But moving on, let's continue with the final two matches of Extreme Rules. So Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley. Who you got, Kevin?
Oh, I guess Lashley. It feels too early to have him job out right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lashley.
Who you got, Teddy?
Bury me slowly, brother. I just want to die slowly. I don't care who wins. I don't want to watch it.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
You're really disgusted,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I'm like over it. I want one of those Mary Jo Kopechne deaths where I'm trapped in the back of a car and the car slowly sinks and I just die. That's the kind of death I want. Just can't do it. Can't do it. Shout out to the Kennedys.
Jesus fucking
Yeah, I can't do this Bobby Lashley Roman Reigns thing. I can't. I refuse to. So how about that?
And now our final
Yes.
match for WWE Championship. AJ Styles versus Rusev Machka.
Happy Rusev Day, by the way.
Oh yeah, happy Rusev Day.
Sorry, I'm still recovering from that last one.
Oh, shit,
I just-
yeah.
there's-
That shit was kind of dangerous, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing I would rather do less than watch Roman Reigns do anything with Bobby Lashley. Anything.
Well, the Illuminati is coming for us, guys.
shit.
I'm gonna say AJ
Yeah.
Styles.
So in other words, Rusev won't be winning the Rusev Championship on Extreme Rusev on Sunday, which is Rusev Day.
He will not. Sunday will be AJ Day.
AJ Day.
AJ Day.
Sounds a little similar to. Never mind.
Yeah, when's BJ Day? That's the only day I'd be considering. Oh, we call that
Oh,
every
Jesus
day
Christ.
in my house. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Jesus
If
Christ.
you're lucky, don't be jealous. Yeah. If Rusev does not win, I will give up my title as general manager. I'm done with AJ holding that belt. Yeah.
Are you serious?
I am serious. If Rusev does not win, I'm done as GM because I cannot. AJ has had that belt almost as long as Brock Lesnar has his belt. Like, belts don't move anymore. Is that it?
But here's something that I was thinking about a couple of weeks ago, and I meant to bring this up, and I forgot.
You were drunk, Sonny. Say it.
Well, yeah, I was.
Yeah.
But I have a theory behind that, and I feel it's the CM Punk corollary. I feel like they're having these guys carry these championships for so long.
Just to stick it to CM.
Not so much just to stick it, it's just to bury the mention of his name when it comes to longest title reigns.
Gotcha.
Bury his legacy.
Yeah.
As
'Cause, I
opposed
mean-
to what he buries in AJ Lee. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Shout out to molestation everywhere.
Yo!
She's 12,
Those are
Sonny. She's 12.
Those are the thoughts and opinions of Teddy. They do
She's
not represent Yep, I
12.
Like Wrestling at
Oh
all.
man, everyone's coming for us.
It doesn't look a
CM
day over
Punk,
10.
Illuminati, Baron Corbin.
No, Baron's just coming for you.
Yeah, Baron's just coming for you, bro.
Baron, I would like Baron to come in me different than what he's coming for
Yo,
you.
we do
Different.
not want to know that.
Sonny, as I was saying, CM Punk is molesting AJ Lee. So yeah,
Dude.
is that what I said? I thought that's where I left off. Yeah, I think there's something. I think there's some steam behind your theory. I think so. I mean, why else would they be trying to stick it to CM Punk like this? Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
I
else
mean-
would Brock have this belt? Wasn't there a time when the champion had to fight within 30 days? Or am I that old?
Yeah, I mean, Brock ain't fighting until 2019.
That's
At this point.
disgusting.
I mean,
gross. That's like watching Ruby Riott go down on Sonya Deville. It's gross.
those are your opinions and your thoughts.
Oh, you watch that? You're gross.
Yeah.
Ew. Tara, get back here. I can't deal with these two together.
Kevin's in deep thought right now.
You know what? Fuck Baron Corbin. Keep it going. Keep it going. So, yeah, maybe they are trying to just bury CM Punk. I could definitely see them doing that because Vince is a spiteful bastard.
Well, it's not even just that. I mean, you know what? Business-wise, I kind of look at it as like, all right, this dude is never coming back. Do I still have him be a major part of my history, lineage, so on and so forth? I kind of think it makes sense, man, because like basically the dude's a shrewd businessman. Everybody knows that about Vince. Anything that he does, any business that he's doing, everything's connected. He'll do this because you know what, it's good for business later on down the road.
Yes.
If he continues to honor the legacy of CM Punk, it's actually a bad memory of the stuff of him not being around anymore. Especially since he's not doing well in MMA. I mean,
God, no.
I mean, that's an understatement by what I'm saying right now. And, you know, he's not going to come back. He talks about the wrestling business that he is going to never fuck with it ever again. So it kind of makes sense to kind of find a way to erase that time in WWE where he was the biggest star.
But the question I have is it that, or is it that just there's nobody else on SmackDown that you can give that title to?
I no.
No, there's
plenty of talent.
There's talent. It's just the thing is that in order to kind of wash out that legacy,
that bad taste in your mouth. Don't you hate it when you got that?
Let AJ rock with it until 10 to 15 days past CM Punk's total amount of days, and then you're good.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be happy even if they like ping-ponged it. Like, remember how Charlotte and Sasha used to...
Yeah.
I'd be happy even if they did that with Nakamura and AJ. But they just kept it on AJ and he's had it forever.
I think that's going to eventually happen. AJ's not too far off from CM Punk's total amount of time.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Probably about a little over halfway there. It's been
And
like
then
8 or 9 months.
Seems like
no,
so much
CM
more.
Punk had it for a year and change.
Yeah, I'm saying AJ's had it for about 8 or 9
Oh, yeah, exactly. So you give him another 3 months, another 4 months with the title. He passes it or whatever it is. Actually, no, 434 days. That's a rough estimate on math. He's got to have it for about 14 to 15 months. So, and because he puts on some great matches, you can still rock with him doing it. No. And then they're simultaneously doing the same thing with Brock when you really think about it. Because Brock is having his title for a long fucking time and letting that clock tick. So then you're going to have 2 major belts from WWE that are going to be on top of CM Punk's reign. So it's going to kind of wash it away.
And who suffers through all this?
The fans, of course.
I was going to say the immigrants that are being detained, but you know, I guess the fans are suffering too. I suppose.
It's rough for them, but at least they don't have to watch Raw and SmackDown every week.
True. Bright side.
I don't even know how to fucking disclaim the two of you guys right now.
Bright side, Sonny.
I'm spending way too much time with Teddy. Man.
I know.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel good?
You guys are both fucking horrible.
I know. But that's why I make the big bucks.
Can I get a fuck Baron Corbin on 3?
No, we don't do this. We don't do it.
3,
I want to fuck Baron Corbin. I'll say that. But
yeah, go ahead, Kevin. Say the same thing.
Join me on that one.
Yeah, join him on that one. Go ahead.
I want Baron Corbin to go fuck himself.
Oh God.
So that's what Teddy wants too.
On that note, Sonny.
No, we're gonna continue.
What? You cut me off during a Sonny take us home?
So let me ask you this: Rusev versus AJ Styles. In the card in general, half the matches have stipulations, the other half are basically just regular matches. So is it really an Extreme Rules pay-per-view?
Yep.
I mean, that's the one thing that I've always been a little puzzled is like a pay-per-view that has a particular theme should have the theme throughout the entire pay-per-view. And if I
remember correctly, at some point they did do that, where the entire card was extreme stipulations. And as usual, the writers have just forgotten things. Yeah, it's terrible. That's why I'm not watching it.
So, with that said, you know what? How about we reminisce for a minute? Because I've been in a reminiscing mood, primarily because I've been drinking. And, you know, I get nostalgic when I drink. So, what is one of your favorite Extreme matches from the past. Let's start off with Kevin.
I think for me, when I think of that, I think of Cactus Jack and Triple H at the Royal Rumble in 2000 at the Garden, just blocks away from where we're sitting right now.
No, we're in parts unknown.
Parts unknown.
Oh, that's right. Pardon me. Not close to anywhere where we are right now. I remember as a kid renting the Royal Rumble 2000 from Blockbuster. I remember two things. I remember the Divas search thing that they had going for that show.
No, that was the Divas bathing suit match, the bikini match. Not the Diva search, but the bikini match.
You know.
May Young won.
That's right.
Shout out to May Young.
And then the other thing that I remember was Cactus Jack backdropping Triple H and his leg getting stabbed by a wooden crate. That match is crazy.
Yeah, that shit was fucking brutal.
The Hell in a Cell gets a lot of love because it's crazy and it sort of pushed WWE in ring to all these extremes. But Cactus Jack versus Triple H is brutal and violent and amazing and something that they would never do today, but it's something that every wrestling fan should watch because it's like this is sort of the essence of what we love as wrestling fans.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I hate Triple H, but yeah, the match was pretty decent.
How about you, Teddy? What was one of your favorite matches that was extreme?
You know, really, anything with Mick Foley is pretty good. I remember a spot he did with Edge when the table was on fire. That was one of my favorites. But I'm definitely going to have to say Mankind versus The Undertaker, Hell in the Cell, the granddaddy of all hardcore matches. I mean, how many packages is that in? Him coming off that cage, like.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I did not see that match live, but I felt like I have from just reliving it over and over and over again.
My God, he's broken in half. Like,
yeah.
JR's commentary alone is legendary.
Yeah, dude, I want that commentary like on anything like fucked up that I do. Like when I was playing basketball and I was spraining my ankle, my God, he got a family. Like, dude, that shit was just fucking amazing.
And just when you think about it, we had never seen anything of that brutality. A man coming off the cage, a man going through the cage.
A man's tooth going through his lip.
Know, the tooth, the chairs, him being wheeled out and then dragging himself back. It was crazy.
Also, the closing of that match when he drops the thumbtacks.
Oh, yeah, the thumbtacks, yes.
The thing with that match that doesn't get enough love is the drama at the end of that match with that spot with the tacks.
Yes.
Of just him on Undertaker's back and just like one step after another. And when Undertaker, when he lifts his arm and he starts to carry him, and the whole crowd's like, "Oh shit, he's gonna fucking do it! He's gonna fucking do it!"
Yes.
It's just like, and it doesn't.
Yeah,
it gets so overshadowed by everything else in that match, but it's so amazing.
I'm gonna tell you my favorite of all of those of all these extreme matches. It's that three-way dance between the Hardys, the Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys. Because that was crazy.
It was
TLC
new.
It was new.
But would you really call that hardcore? I mean, ladders, but I wouldn't really call it.
No, but it was a TLC match. It was the first ever
new,
TLC match.
But I don't think there was any blood, was there? There was no blood, right?
There was like a trilogy of those.
You know
matches.
what? There wasn't any blood, but I mean, I don't think you always need blood for a match to be extreme, because that match was so brutal that it's actually one of the matches that led to Edge's short career. Because the thing is that, and he said it in interviews, when he does that spear on Jeff Hardy from the ladder, and where Jeff Hardy's dangling, he basically spiked his neck or spiked his head when he came down. That's why when they fall to the ground, he pops up so quickly, but it's almost like he got knocked out, because he was practically knocked out. Yeah. You know, and the thing is that I remember the very next night watching Monday Night Raw, and all three teams came out to the ring and basically got a standing ovation.
And they were limping.
And they were all limping. You could tell they weren't fucking selling the shit. Yeah. They were like literally in fucking pain. And they broke kayfabe and was like, yo, last night we killed it. We put on a match for all these fans. And and you could tell, dude, it's like wrestling is a lot of, bullshit as far as, bullshitting fans and selling it and kayfabe. But at that particular moment, that shit looked straight up legit.
Yeah.
And they would really speak from the heart, like, yo, we fucking killed it for these fans last night, and we had an amazing match. And they did. They stole the fucking show. Yeah.
It started the table, ladders, and chairs.
They're the reason why that
there's a whole pay-per-view.
Exactly.
And every year we have a ladders match. I don't think anything has really lived up to that first one because we had never seen anything like that. And then everyone delivered. And Jeff Hardy had on that delicious mess tank top.
Oh my goodness.
It was good. I'll give it. X7 was a great one for me.
I will say also too that I feel like that match was like the apex of just this run of matches. You start all the way back with Shawn and Razor at 10. Mm-hmm. You get the Hell in a Cell. You had this.
It's the evolution of that ladder match between
but also of just that whole style, and it made all those guys. All those guys had amazing and in a couple of cases still do have amazing careers. Stemmed from that.
My favorite part is Lita running like. She had to run like 5 blocks to get to the ring. And it was like, she was with the Hardys at that time. So when she didn't come to the ring, it was like, well, where the fuck is Lita? Because remember, she had the whole thong gimmick.
That's right, yeah.
But there was a point in that match where she comes hauling ass, and then the crowd is losing their shit because it's like, okay, here she finally comes. Yeah, so.
And they were like cheering for a long time because it took her forever to fucking get to the ring.
Shout out to Lita and, Charles Robinson. Is that?
Yeah,
baby?
yeah.
He had to do a run. Little Nate. He had to do that same run. So, yeah, shout out to. That was actually a damn good WrestleMania, as I think.
Dude, that's one of the best WrestleManias of all time.
I'll hand you that one, definitely.
Also, one note from that Lita thing. I think it was either Spike Dudley or someone. She had just like the most just sick chair shot I've ever seen. She just like fucking bashes that dude's head like into his spine.
I think everyone fed their families from that match at least for a good month. Like everyone did what they had, but they all worked for it. No one slacked. They all did it. So yeah.
Quick side note: if the WWE Network was around back then, how many times do you think you would have rewatched that pay-per-view?
Every day.
Yeah.
I had that VHS, and that was the thing. It was like, my friend would come over and be like, what are we going to do? We're going to watch TLC. Yeah, let's do it again. We watched it last week. Who gives a fuck? Let's do it again.
Yeah. I had the VHS of going back to the Royal Rumble of 2000 that I worn out simply because of the Mae Young spot with the breast hanging down. My nephews and I, we watched that about 1 million times because it was the funniest shit we had ever seen. So, yeah, I have a VHS that I've worn out too. So, yeah.
If Mae Young's titty was a person, his name would be Baron Corbin.
Oh, God. Oh, shit. And that's what we call the callback. My word. So, gentlemen, this was fun, but my Uber's here. Sonny, take us home.
And that's a wrap for episode 29. Thank you for joining us for a interesting episode. But fun nonetheless. Please make sure you follow us at YEPILW on everywhere, everything, everyone. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, YouTube, SoundCloud,
AOL, CNN, we're everywhere.
YouTube,
MySpace.
Yes. Oh, shout out to MySpace.
Since you guys kept on fucking with me, I said, you know what? Let me go get that shit on MySpace. So yeah, we're on MySpace for real.
Oh,
all right?
Netflix.
Oh, Netflix.
Not yet, but
not Netflix. Mflix. There's a difference.
I don't want to know what the fuck Mflix is.
My Vidster. Sonny, wrap this up. My Uber's waiting.
My name is Sonny Sofrito.
I'm Kevin Wood.
I am the greatest general manager in Yep, I Like Wrestling history.
Make sure you check us out, subscribe, comment, and like. See you next week. Take care. Peace out.
Fuck Baron Corbin.
Later.
Oh, God.